Man, listen to this free game.
Freest.
Yeah, man, it's me, Toddy. Take note of what you hear, reflect on what you see. Devil, what's good?
Man, top tier, no fear, man. Pray I see the path clear, man. We here this Sunday, baby.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. All right, Devil, yesterday we went to it was Bold and Balance.
Bold and Balance. Bold and Balance, self-love, self-worth, mental health clinic. I want to make sure you get that right.
How'd you feel about the event, the turnout, the people, the response? Give me your synopsis of what the event meant to you and what you experienced.
Well, first off, that was my first time, so I don't know for the turnout for me for anything in that nature was a great thing. You know what I mean? They have, I mean, I wish like we speak about all the time, or spoke about rather, it'd be more guys, you know, that show up than the women. You know what I mean? But shout out to the guys that were there. But I think it was well organized, well put together, great questions. Very appreciative to be and honored to have been on the panel again, especially with you and Beloved. You feel what I'm saying? So that's just big in itself to me. You know what I mean? Like I say, when Sane be talking to like certain things in that nature, if you know if you hone it or really let it in, it could be life changing. You know what I mean? It could give you, because once your perspective change, that's when things start to change around you. So I think when you can go to certain stuff like that, you can get a good perspective of stuff. You know, it had you thinking a little different, man. I was in awe with the biggest thing is that when I gave the story, you know, about something that helped me kind of shift my energy one day. And after giving the story, the lady came up to me and was like, yo, you know that story you was telling, that was my son. And I'm like, man, what's the chances of that? You know what I mean? She was just like, you know, you had me over here in tears, and because, you know, you said he had been going through some things, and then the dude, you would never ever, man, he just got a good spirit, man, you know what I mean? So you just never know, you know, who God will put you on your path that make you change some things or make you see something different or whatever, man. So I just think guys could come and learn something from events to that nature, man, because, you know, like I said, but it was a beautiful thing to me, man.
It's crazy because I said the same thing. Mm-hmm. Like, as far as the first thing you touched on, one of the first things you touched on was with the turnout of the guys and the males.
Right.
And it seemed like we're the ones struggling the most. Mm-hmm. When it comes to mental health. We're the ones trying to figure out how to be vulnerable and express ourselves in a vulnerable state. So I agree 10 times that it's something, you know, guys can learn, because we know us men, we all out here battling. But if we don't take advantage of this information, take advantage of the opportunity to go to events like this, because it was like some guys, you know, it was a bunch of women. Like, it was, I know it was ran by women, but it was like
I probably would have counted about 6 dudes besides just real talk. Let's me looking at it now. The dude that was in front of us, that when you was about the phone, him, pastor, DJ husband, Destiny boyfriend, and the other dude that was in the back there with the dread. Maybe one more. That's like 6 dudes. That ain't including, you know, us
on the panel.
On the panel, so, yeah, something like that.
So yeah, we got the I don't know what we could do to kind of convince, persuade, urge, you know, some of these guys to come out, because the information is out there.
Right.
I don't know if and the event was free, so I don't know if men just scroll by it, they don't catch their eye, or they just want to keep living like they living, you know. Keep moving like you moving. I ain't gonna address my mental health. I'm gonna continue to deal with it. You know, I'm gonna fight these demons. But like we say, there's a lot of help out there. And these events, when you got people that ain't afraid to be vulnerable, express themselves, these are kind of the rooms you need to be in if you're going through something. And like I said yesterday, stop trying to act like you ain't got problems. Like, whatever you doing, if you ain't trying to address those problems, tomorrow gonna come, the same problems gonna be there.
Right, yeah.
Regardless of whatever you trying to do. If you trying to avoid it, juke it out, whatever, put it in the back of your mind, it's gonna always come up. So that's living in limbo, because the problems gonna continue to linger on until you go ahead and get the help that you need to address it, like you would address something else. I thought it was a great discussion. I be wanting to talk, but I be also wanting to listen to.
Right, I always want to listen first.
I be wanting to hear what everybody else got to say. Even the people in the audience, because I just
you want to hear more from the people in the audience. You know what I mean? I be I think sometimes people don't be thinking you ready for that challenge or something. See, I couldn't be in the audience. Next time I'm gonna sit in the audience and I'm gonna ask questions and I'm gonna just keep asking. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's have some dialogue. That's what we here for. That's what I thought. You know what I mean? I'd rather sit in the stand, be like Preacher Man. You know what I mean? Which he wasn't asking no questions. He was just voicing his point of view, but it's still good that he was saying something. So he would put, he would he had interaction or whatever. You feel what I'm saying?
But then it was people had questions after the fact, but they were shy. A couple people came up and said, they had questions. Maybe we do what we did last time. Pass a sheet of paper around, have them write down a question. If they got one, it's always ways to. Because you can't force nobody into nothing. That'll make them shy away. And then the good part is that if you did have a question, you didn't say it. We know you was listening. Right. It's like when the lady came up to you and said what she said about the son, she was touched, and then there was a couple other people like, I had questions, so it was like, good. Make sure you ask the question. So if people scared to kind of voice their opinion or voice their question, we can maybe something we can do is pass that note card around, have them ask the question.
Right. Cause you don't want to scare nobody off nothing. You feel what I'm saying? You want to make people comfortable with opening up or being vulnerable in a sense. You know what I mean? Because that ain't easy to do. It's hard trusting people, especially when you done experienced a severe amount of pain. And she shared something with me after the fact, that I won't say on air, but that made me even be like, damn. It made me look at it even more like, sometimes. You ain't dealing with things as bad as other people. You know what I mean? You got to be. One thing that I think we should also say, listen, this is a no judgment zone. You know what I mean? Ain't no question a dumb question. Ain't no question, gonna get, shunned away or make it seem like you an idiot or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, so I feel why some people could feel a certain way, but at the same time, if you here, let's see about getting some of that food. You know what I mean? We ain't just got to feed our mouths. We feed our minds. You feel me? So, sometimes it give me a sense of peace to walk away from seeing people share stuff. You know what I mean? Because even though I'm a very vocal dude, it's a lot of things that I won't say. You feel me? Out of fear of things. You know what I mean? So, I never put nobody in a judgment zone. So I think that people should always, when they come to these type of events, really want to share. Share how they feel, man. Like, don't be scared, man. We ain't in here to judge nobody or sit here and point a finger, go out and talk to nobody else. You dig what I'm saying? We here to hope that, we could pass some gems or we could learn something from you as well.
You notice, me and TIM was talking about it. We was talking about the terms itself, self-love, self-worth.
Oh, right.
I never heard a dude use that terminology before.
So you never heard a dude use
I never heard a guy say it. I ain't never heard a guy say I know what my self-worth is, or how females be like, if you go on a post, a woman be like, self-love is the best love.
Right.
I never seen it, so I was saying, is this something like generational? Is this a term for now? You heard a dude say I love myself. I always hear T.O. say I love me some me, so we say that, but I'm talking about the term itself on his face. I never heard a man use the term
self-love or self-worth.
Well, have you ever said I know what my self-worth is?
Probably not till like now. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, but before, nah. Hell nah, I ain't never.
You see what I'm saying?
Like you said, I done heard a dude, I love me some me, I care about me. I ain't finna let,
You say, I love myself.
Yeah,
I'm
I
bet
love
on me.
myself.
Like you say, bet on 3.
Yeah, I'm a bet on, yeah.
Yeah, or I love myself, or I love me some me. I heard that, but
Right.
I ain't heard a dude say, I know what my self-worth is. Or,
Right.
Self-love is the best
Self-love
love.
is the best
You know
love,
what I'm saying? So I was like, it's just more so a generational thing. That's kind of coming about, and it's being highly polarized right now, or just something that most women gravitate to. This is what they use to kind of uplift themselves.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that.
That's real, though.
I ain't know what you thought. But me and Tim were talking about. He was cutting my hair. He was like, "Yeah." He said, "I never used it either." Like he never used the term.
Well, think about this. Like, in a sense of, even we could say music, we could say, like, most things that women do, men gravitate to. Right? Wherever, like,
Yeah.
if you know that you going to a concert, most certain things.
Our generation.
You don't think that now?
Man, not these dudes. We ain't gonna get on this generation what they doing, but yeah, I agree. I see what you come from.
If it's lit at a spot and there's a whole bunch of females there, dude's gone.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So it could be certain things where a woman started saying it, and then like I said, I've never heard it during that time of growing up like that. Nah, a man talking about self-worth or self-love or whatever. You just supposed to do what you supposed to do as a man. Like that's all. I grew up on. You feel what I'm saying? So it might have been in survival mode in a sense, or a survival mode thinking more so than my worth. You feel what I'm saying? I just think it's something that's being spoken about more so now than ever before. But I think most times dudes gravitate to things that women do. So a woman keeps saying like self-love, my self-worth. You know what I mean? If you're a good man, you're a good dude. You'll get to saying like, hell, I got self-worth too. I love me too. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you have to understand that it works both ways. That's how it works anyway. That's how any relationship, whether it be husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, homeboys or whatever, you feel what I'm saying? You have to know who you are and they have to know who they are, and y'all share that. You did what I'm saying? Like you always tell me, like, bro, sometime, bro, if I ain't know your heart, nigga probably wouldn't, but you know what I'm saying? Like, but I know your heart, bro. So when you know a person's heart, you feel what I'm saying? They share that with you. You did what I'm saying? Everybody don't give those parts to people. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's what I was saying. You kind of saying what I said yesterday, but different. Like most relationships, like the ones you just described, is based on what you bring to the table. Not monetarily all the time,
right?
But some of your relationships is monetary, but it's what you bring to the table. Like I said, this friend might be the friend that make me laugh. This might be the friend I can call on when I'm going through something. This might be the friend I can call if I need to borrow some money. So, and even if it's like you said, is husband, wife, a homeboy,
right,
homegirl, is either a father or mother to a child. It's still about what you bring to the table.
Right.
Even when it comes to parenting, like what are you teaching this child? Are you providing this child? Are you nurturing this child? What kind of advice you giving to this child? You know what I'm saying? So so I agree. It's give and take. Relationship is give and take, but it's also what you bring to the table. 9 times out of 10, if you can't bring nothing to the table, people ain't want to be around you.
Nah.
If you ain't got nothing going on positive in your life, you ain't bringing no positivity to one. You ain't bringing joy. If you bringing negative energy and dead weight, and you a burden, people dismiss burden.
Dismiss, especially now. Nigga ain't got time to be playing with nobody, man. We grown, man. We grown and we supposed to be growing, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we supposed to be wanting to, especially say, like, I'm big on wanting to make sure things is good with these children, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. I don't want to be done checked out here and I ain't did something. I ain't left something. You feel what I'm saying? I always say when my daddy used to always say to me, God bless his soul, Minnie too, God bless her, like before he became the tater that everyone came to know, he'd be like, Boy, all you gonna be able to have to get a tray is that damn box over there in that corner. All he had was a box over there in the corner, I guess, with his clothes in it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that did something because he always used to tell me that. You feel what I'm saying? And it made him change that box into the point where he was able to split, insurance money down to 3-4 ways. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah, that's just dope to me, man. He was just, sometimes you have to be able to step out and be brave enough to care. Like I ain't trying to be around just you sad and Drew. Like, let's get to the root of this problem. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Long time, man. What's up, Dennis, man? Peace, King. Very long time, good brother.
So what he was trying to draw out from you, and using that example, showing you that with some type of purpose.
Yeah.
Like what your purpose is for being here? Is that box?
I'm trying to
so
tell
when
you.
you look at the box, you said, "Nah, I gotta have something. I gotta do something bigger than that."
Yeah.
Like, if this what I'm living for, this is the example I'm saying. This box he's showing me, that means you basically ain't nothing.
Bro, I'm
you
telling you.
Like, I ain't got nothing going on. All that box, that's it. That's what my life consists of. Yeah, so that's gonna make you. So that'll put that battery in your back.
I'm talking about all the way in it.
It'll make you like, hey, I gotta get out here and do something.
I'm telling you.
I gotta get out here and do something purposeful. Besides, I don't want this to be the thing or the image that he think of me.
Right.
I don't want this to be the image of myself.
Right.
So then you say, hey, then you can use it. Yeah, I know what my self-worth is. You know, I know I'm worth more than a box over here. You feel me?
Right.
And some clothes. So yeah, so that's a good way to kind of paint a picture of somebody here. Like, hey.
And then he had visuals. Like, I watched him go from driving the van to becoming the counselor for the kids, to getting his own office, to getting his bachelor's, to going from project camp, to going from dealing with the kids to dealing with adults, to doing the program, to he became a whole substance abuse counselor, bro. So I was just like I was in awe of that. Like, dang, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta think, bro. I was one of the only kids going to Narcotics Anonymous meetings. I'm the only child in there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm standing. They go up there and they, like I said, they say their name. Like, hi, my name is Welton and I'm an addict. Hi, Welton, how are you? And he goes up there and tells a story. He had always had the dopest stories. And I'm the only kid in there. So to watch him, for him to care and to show me this, and I met other people that had went through so many different things. You know what I mean? I'm a kid listening to these things. You feel me? So it just gave me, a different outlook on stuff, man. You know what I mean? That, that someone cares enough to be able to share these type of things. Like, my pops didn't keep nothing from me, man. Like, he didn't keep nothing from me. Like, he always, like, it was like he couldn't wait to the fact that I was there for him to share all those things with me. So, I'm grateful for that, and I think people, if you're in that situation, or whether you're the parent or you're the child, you know what I mean, you always want to mend them things, man. You want to mend them with your parents and, and people that's really, if you care about a person and you love them, you know what I mean, mend that relationship, especially if you know it's you. If it's something about yourself that you need to fix that. Don't fix it for the person. You first fix it for yourself. But if you care enough, you know what I mean, you'll fix it. And once you fix yourself, you'll go try to fix them in that relationship, because, everybody need people, man.
You gotta fix
Real
yourself
talk.
first. You gotta fix you first. You gotta fix you right. You gotta make sure you right before you try to fix any relationship. Right. Because if you still ain't right, if you still ain't right in your heart, it ain't gonna. You might want to hang it up. That's backwards.
That's backwards. Yeah.
But you just said something. You said,
what's that, good brother?
He took you with him, and it sounded like that was very impactful for you, like, cause you remember, like you got a vivid memory of everything you saw, what he did. You probably remember some of the stories.
I'm telling you.
You probably remember like some of the people that was in there, some of their stories.
I remember their names and all that.
We got to get some of these kids if we can, and when we doing these conferences, these seminars, whatever, like, if we could get one child and just bring them in there for the experience, they'll have a story to tell. Because these things that, like, as you did as a kid, you 40 years old, about to be 41, but you remember.
Yeah.
This probably was when you was probably in middle school.
I was 13 years old.
You know what I'm saying? You remember this back in middle school. You was 13, so that was 27 years ago.
I'm telling you.
And you still can remember
Very vivid.
What you experienced, what you saw, what you witnessed, what was said, you feeling like, damn, what's up with me? So imagine the impact it can have on somebody else, another child, and then ain't no telling what these kids in this generation going through.
Right.
Cause they watching.
Right.
But they watching a lot of the wrong stuff going on right here.
Monkey see, monkey do.
They watching like the bad stuff.
Yeah.
And getting pulled in. So we get them something positive, something like that, and now they can share their story. Hopefully one day they have kids and share their story. I was going down the wrong path, man. And that boy Trey, he went up there, he went to telling his story, what he went through. We went to like a men conference. They went to talk, just to hear him talk. That changed me. That changed my whole attitude.
Right.
I was probably finna join the gang or start smoking weed or doing something, thinking about not going to school till I heard his voice.
Right.
See, that's what they needed. This generation probably needed more than what you did.
Hell yeah.
Man.
Hell yeah. Way more. You understand what I'm saying? Not to say we weren't out here thugging, because I was just having this conversation today. You know, and I was like, shit, I did way more than what, my boys do now. You feel what I'm saying? But I think I'm thankful for that because of how things are. But I think like you would want to understand, like, ask a young cat, like, well, my personal thing, like asking a young dude, like, what make you think, like, if you knew the consequences behind the actions and what you about to do when you about to shoot this person or you about to pull the drive-by, would you still do it? Like, would you really do it? Like, do you not care that much to be like, yeah, I'ma still spin the block? Like, and if so, like, please, like, what's going on in your mind to make you be like, I don't care nothing about life, so I'm gonna go to the chain gang. Well, ain't no guns in here. It might be a young man that don't even fight. He might don't even wanna put his hands up. He might can't get in here and see. Then you get in here with cats that been in here 10, 20 years. They done learned the whole animal lifestyle. All you trying to do was something that you heard in a rap song, or something that you just feel like cats doing. I never tell young dudes or anybody in the world not to protect yourself, because I teach my boys all the time. We war with those who war with us. That's it. If you war with me, I'm warring with you. Period, point blank. I ain't gonna never tell nobody not to defend themselves, protect themselves in no manner. But to shoot up a nigga about a broad, but man, listen. When my cousin said it, he told me that story about how they was at the little party and these cats pull around there, and the mama just come outside, telling the girls like, hey, y'all come back in the house, and he pulled fire on somebody's mama. Made that make sense to me. Like, nigga gotta be that tough. It was times when I grew up, nigga, when women come around, older women come around, niggas pulling their pants up. Niggas ain't rolling no weed and going in the house smelling like no weed around no grown folks. You understand what I'm saying? Like, niggas wasn't disrespecting, you know what I'm saying, OGs on the block and doing all that. So it's the mindset. You feel me? So I be wanting to tap into what's up, bro. Like, what's happening? Like, what's really going on, bro? Do you feel like you've been cheated out of something? Is something wrong, my G? Like, what's happening that make you don't want to live life, that you don't want to have no type of life, bro? I don't even think majority of these cats be having children, bro. They ain't even experienced none of that. You know what I'm saying? Going on a vacation, going somewhere outside of that Austin. You dig what I'm saying? Like, go experience, go see some things, man. You know what I mean? Plan you a trip. You feel what I'm saying? Get you a vision board. Like, nigga, you might even know what a vision board is. Like, it don't matter what you have planned, or just say you want to do something, just want to live. I don't understand why they don't want to live, bro. That'd be the biggest thing. So you hit it dead on the head. Like, you want to get some of these young cats out here that these men ain't, because after a while you can't keep blaming these dudes, because they gonna do what they gonna do. Ain't nothing finna change about that. So, we just gonna be singing the same old song if we have the opportunity or the resources and other people backing us to be able to put us in a situation where we could probably drop some game with some jewels and some young cats here, you know what I mean? And also be the example. Show them, because, I ain't perfect by far. But I just believe in doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, I fall short, you know what I mean? But I had to correct myself, but I ain't trying to crash out. Like I say, cats would rather crash out than to slow down.
We was doing, I ain't say we were not doing stuff bad, but we wasn't trying to get in trouble.
Hell no.
We weren't doing.
We cared about getting caught. You niggas don't care that, right? That part.
We weren't crashing. We were trying to get away with the little stuff we was doing. And we thought about, most of us, we thought about the consequences before we did it. And sometimes that made us probably say, nah, I ain't gonna do that one. That one might be, this one might be out of our league. And then we took the lessons.
Right.
We took the lessons if we did get in trouble. We took the lessons and trying to learn from those lessons and not continue to repeat the same thing. Some of them, a lot of these dudes, you ain't really getting no second chance because you going straight to the extreme.
You
like,
going to the gusto.
And you bypassing everything. The little small stuff
don't got little small stuff passing. Go ahead, collect the no 200. You
going straight to the extreme to where they gonna lock you up, throw the key away, or Lord forbid you in the cemetery.
Yeah, right.
So that's kind of the difference between the two. Like you said, when grown people come around, we hide them.
Yeah.
Oh, we trying to. That's on.
Right. That's on.
So mama. It's time.
You know what I'm saying? Time to go. Get right.
We finna get from around here with all this. Y'all tripping. We hiding from them. Like we said, we respecting everybody older than us. We watching our mouth. We pulling our pants up. We making sure we act like we got some sense.
Right. Hell yeah, that's the part. Making sure you act like you got some sense.
Making sure we act like we got some sense when that adult.
So what it is? So it's somewhere it was a disconnect. You know what I'm saying? It was a glitch in the matrix, my boy. Cause you feel me? Like that shit just went. Oh, excuse me. It just went left field. Like it just went all the way left field, man. Like
the disconnect is you start allowing a little bit. Like you start allowing small kids get away with small things.
Right.
Now they cussing in front of you. Now they cussing in front of everybody. Now they smoking around you. Now you in a negotiation. You say no to the child arguing. Now you let them get their way, and then now it's so spread out to the point where, like I always say, it's babies having babies. We still young. You don't know. A lot of these parents out here, they still young themselves, trying to find their way, and they don't really have a clue. Like we say, ain't no book on parenting.
Ain't no blueprint on that.
Ain't no book on it. So you feel like you making your child happy because you ain't showing them no discipline.
Right.
Or you letting them get their way. So now, the older the child get, it gets worse.
Right.
And it gets worse. Now, if the child girl not respecting their parent, who you expect them to respect? You think they gonna respect the stranger? You think they gonna respect the teacher? You think they gonna respect anybody else around them?
One thing I learned, and I see that's just clear as ice water. A nigga that don't respect his mama don't respect Nathaniel. He don't care about none of that.
That's crazy.
Like when a dude disrespect his mama and talk to her any kind of way or man, listen, man, he don't, but that man ain't to be trusted, man. You can't do that.
Nail on the head, cause he put mama here. Like mama, the highest of the highest.
High the highest.
So if you don't respect the highest of the highest, man, listen.
You don't respect Nathaniel, man.
Respect nobody.
Yeah. You can't trust a dude like that, bro. You can't trust nobody like that if he ain't gonna respect his mama, bro. So he just ain't no rap type dude. You know what I'm saying? And I see cats like that. And I tell even the woman that they with, like, what you mean? Like, that man don't care nobody. That man don't care about saying something to his mama. Talking about pushing it, putting their hand. What nigga talking about putting their hands on their mama? You know what I'm saying? Like, make that make sense. You know what I'm saying?
So then you gotta think who's there. You know, if a man ain't there, who's there to like? You have other people around that'll check you if you said this. You have other people around that'll check you if you said the smallest thing to an adult or a mama.
Hold on, let me see. Jay just said, "What's up, too, bro? Peace, King. How you doing, bro?" Jay Bentley say, "We cared about letting our people down. I ain't never want to let my parents down that way." You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. See,
that's real, bro.
Conscious.
That's real, bro. You conscious of, you know what I'm saying?
You ain't gonna hurt your mama feelings.
Yeah, not your mama, not mama. Even to this day.
Cause they had expectations of you, real expectations.
Right.
And they felt like, in their eyes, when I raised my child, right? I raised my son, but they say, "Well, you know better."
Right.
That used to be the.
Cause you knew.
That's what all the parents say. You know better than that.
Yeah, you knew.
Know better. How you get into this? You know better.
That's real too.
But do they like so now like do these kids really know? But what I was gonna say was you had people around. Just for instance, me and you. Let's just say we pull up and you got boys, I got boys, and you hear your son saying something back to your mama like an uncle or something. You got other people around that's gonna check you. But what you say to your mama?
I'm telling
You crazy?
you. I'm telling you.
You alright?
I'm telling you.
Like it was always somebody else around that's gonna have your parent back, or that's gonna have something. It was those other people you were scared of.
Right.
Like I didn't want my God bless my Uncle PJ. I didn't want my Uncle PJ to find out certain stuff when I was like a kid, when I was young. Like sometimes.
Cause you knew what it was gonna be. You knew the consequences.
Sometimes your mama tell on you. It's
the
your mama.
consequences.
She gonna get you. She gonna get you, but she gonna tell. She gonna tell Aunt.
Yeah,
Hey,
she
you
tell
know
you.
Tyson did so.
Yeah.
And get what? Uncle gonna handle that. You feel me? So it was more than so. Everywhere you look, you have people still redirecting, still chastising you, still making sure you kept straight. They keeping you in line. Out of every aspect. That was probably until I graduated high school. You gonna have somebody that's on you.
Heck yeah. All the time, man. You need that. You know, I was like I always tell people, man, I had 4 aunties, 2 grandmas, 3 grandmamas, you know, older women. Like I had my grandmother, my great grandmother, and my great great grandmother. So, you know, that was kind of different for me. You feel me? Like I was the only boy around all these older women, and I'm talking about like neat women that get up and make the bed every morning, open up the blinds, cook breakfast, make coffee, turn on a certain show. Like this is a routine. You understand what I'm saying? Every morning, you feel what I'm saying? Like go to bed and it still be light outside. Like you feel me? Well, my mama hates it then. My great great grandmama, she'll watch her baseball before going, but like it made me. And don't get me wrong, I still, you know, have certain ways with certain stuff that are my flaws or whatever. But as far as just an all around, you know, respectful dude in ways, it's because of those women, man. You know what I mean? Being around, you know, like it was certain things I couldn't do. I couldn't sing at the table. You couldn't put your elbows up. It was just certain stuff them old folks it was different about. You know, my grandmama was born, my great great grandma was born in 1908, and then Nana come in 1924. So you got to think this like 2003 or 2000. You know what I'm saying? They lived a long life and they was real healthy. So that made me always want to be a respectful person. You know what I mean? Being around, you know, you ain't finna like Jay said, man. I don't want to hurt these women, upset these women, or nothing like that. They get the fussing or something. Like I go and just go to my mama's house or something, because you know I ain't never want to upset them. But I don't think some of these kids really value that.
You described structure. You had etiquette.
Yeah.
And you had to have manners.
I'm talking about very much so.
You put all that in one.
Old Southern
women. You had structure.
Yeah.
You create a tradition. Like you say, every day they gonna get up, make the bed, breakfast, open the blind. So it was structure.
Yeah.
So where's the structure now?
Right.
Cause we all like when you go places, you know, everybody in their phone. You know, you go anywhere. Like if you try to have a conversation, like you know, everybody putting their phone out. Like you say, you sitting to the table and eating. Like it was us. We all had to eat at the same time.
Yeah.
And then you had to get in the line to take a bath, do your chore, because you going further tonight. You know, with 7 kids, and 2 adults, like we all got school tomorrow.
Yeah.
So we all got to take a bath.
Yeah.
So who after we eat, who first in the shower? I ain't school clothes, so we're like a down the assembly line. He get out, you get in. She get out, you get in. Boom. Now it's bedtime. That's how we was raised.
Yeah.
Like we all had to eat together. She gonna make all of them finna cook the food. She gonna make all these plates at one time.
Yeah.
Everybody finna eat. And then when my sister got old enough, she gonna do the dishes. And then it's time to get ready for school, go to bed until the weekend comes.
Yeah.
Other than that, all that happened. That was every night. That was every night. You had to be in the house at a certain time. You had to make sure you was in the bed at a certain time.
Yeah.
TV's off, lights out. That's what they say.
TV's off, lights out. That what going to bed is. Going to bed ain't even still in their phone or you got the TV on your TV off, lights out. That's big.
We gonna go to bed watching no TV.
Mine TV was like that.
TV off, lights out.
8 o'clock.
Then, like we can't even. They don't really. We in there talking and laughing because a bunch of boys, we knuckleheads, but let them hear you long enough. everybody getting a whooping. They come in by a certain time. They hear you long enough, everybody getting a whooping. For real. My sister know they was straight, but us knuckleheads, man, we getting whooping, man. We ain't on the bed, we laughing. All right, keep it up, keep laughing. I'm gonna be asleep. We still back there playing, man. Come here. When I come in there with that belt,
All right.
that whooping to put you to sleep.
Yeah, they're gonna put you all the way to sleep. Over with. Tap out.
But see, now you kind of, that's what you saying, like what happened between the gap. We start having the babies younger. God bless grandma. You know, grandmas, they passing away, unfortunately. Right. And then, as a grandma now, you young. Granddaddy now, you in like your late 30s, probably. Some of them early, mid-30s, early 40s, me. Like, it's still young. Grandma still want to kick it.
Nowadays.
Old grandma, she had nothing to do.
Yeah.
Shit done. You gonna have to get right. Grandma gonna check you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that, like I said, there's that gap. You know what I'm saying? There's that main gap, and they still, like, if you look now, they still having them younger and younger, and they ain't got themselves together. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no.
You still trying to figure it out. You still trying to hang out. You still trying to, but you got this seed right here.
Right.
So when you out kicking it, thugging it with a babysitter, like, what your baby doing? You know what I'm saying? What your baby learning? What are you teaching them? Like, you gotta start looking at that kind of stuff.
Even still, you know, cause my grandma was 34 when she became a grandma. So, cause she was young when she had my daddy. You feel me? I think it's even my mom when she had my sister. You feel me? Like,
she still have your mama, still have her mother.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I think those were the different elements of that, because of course,
your grandma still have her mama.
That's what I'm telling you. All of them. It was 6. Wait, mama aged now. Grammy, my mama, 5 generations. Well, 6. I'm lying because my niece Adriana came. It made 6 generations. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk, all the way up until 2003. I want to say something like that. But it was 6 generations.
So you still, like, even let's say me and my sister, we had a kid. I was 18. I still had uncles in my ear drilling me.
Yeah.
I still had my mama.
And we were grown with Uncle drilling us.
Keela still had my mama telling her right stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
This is what you gonna do. This is what you ain't gonna do. I don't care how you get mad, how frustrated you get. You gonna
right.
You know what I'm saying? Not saying I wouldn't, but still that constant reminder.
Right.
Like, I'm here. Like, I don't care. Yeah, you finna get right. You see what I'm saying? So when you still got that, when you're your daddy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then he come to get you. Oh, what you do? Come on. You know what I'm saying? Come with me.
Yeah.
You saying, like, you still got that person that's still teaching you, giving you game, but you still getting, like, discipline and chastised as an adult. They ain't probably putting their hands on you, but sometimes that mile worse than them putting their hands on you.
I'm trying to
tell that mile, they tell you to hurt your feelings, so you like, dang.
I'm trying to tell you.
So you getting that, you still getting, you know, that constant feedback. You still getting redirected constant. Right. So you, like Jay said, you don't wanna let Pop down, because you don't wanna hear Pop's mom. You don't wanna hear Mom's mom, because they gonna make you feel bad
every time.
Every time you shoot, they there to tell you, oh, you slipping, huh?
Every time.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know, like, where's that at now? Like, who's really checking these kids? Like, you said you went to a baby shower and experienced some stuff, and Pop just chilling. He just, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got the parent that ain't, you ain't saying nothing. You looking like
they be more sillier than the children, bro. Swear to God, bro.
So there go the disconnect right there that I was describing. So
just know, if I wouldn't have been there, it was gonna be something. You know what I'm saying? I could just tell by how all that played out just by seeing it.
So that's what you can see, like, that's what, like, you can see, you can identify where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Now that was just that one situation. Now imagine, let's put them all together. Let's just say this small city. Like, imagine how many other
fires to be put
kids are growing up like that. Right. Parents are just like that. And then, okay, as they get older, like we already said, they get older, it gets worse.
Right.
So then they start having children. Okay, and this is what they parents let them get away with. So now you got a whole other generation.
You ain't got no mindset of which way to go with a child. Sometimes it take a strong individual to be able to basically, like, really just not want to grow up in the circumstance, or grow their children up in the circumstances that they grew up. Sometimes you have those, like really fight against that, and those must be the ones that'll move away. You know what I mean? Bury the trauma, get away. You know what I'm saying, like that. Sometimes, or get the help that they need.
You got a few that could make
for the
it.
most part.
But for the most
they
part,
here with it.
The ratio is probably 10-1.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Out of 10, you might have one that'll probably be able to, beat the odds and make it. But see, that's kind of what we dealing with. And that's kind of what we gonna continue to deal with it. Even if you got somebody, let's say, strong mind like you, somebody coming from a good place like me, and you pull somebody to the side and say, hey, like, you see that? You try to give some advice. Mm-hmm. Some people don't want to hear that.
Mm-mm. You got to be in the right place.
You can't even help nobody.
That's
tell
right.
Nobody like, hey, you witness something that like, hey, that's wrong.
That's right.
Like,
that's
hey,
right.
Like, what's going on? Like, and if, let's say your approach is good and everything, some people still ain't gonna take heed. Some people don't want to take heed. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's whatever. It's cool.
Yeah.
That ain't cool.
Not at all. At all.
Okay, result for this smile right here. This way you need to catch that when it's small. Mm-hmm. But once it get big, you ain't gonna be able to say that child. Mm-mm. Your child doing this in front of you. This child feels like they don't have to respect no type of authority.
When they get to a certain age, it's embedded in them. It's hard to be trying to beat that out. Now the authorities and the system dealing with them. You feel what I'm saying? Cause,
you got to respect that.
Yeah, because my mama always told me that you ain't got to respect me, but you gonna have to respect something. That's the law of nature, my boy. You gonna have to respect something. That's real talk.
So we say, that's why I say, man, we got the I think that was dope. Like, get some of you get some kids in there just to listen. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen, just to listen. Just tell the parent, just bring your kid. Bring your little boy, Give him something, something different to look at instead of watching somebody, bust a leg or bust a jug or fighting in the neighborhood or doing something like that. Give him something else. A different scenery, Give them a different type of scenery. Because the scenery they might be looking at, they might feel like that's the norm. That's their norm because they're growing up seeing this every day. So they feel like this is life. This is normal to them. Well, this is my life. This is how I grew up. So this is what supposed to be happening because it's happening every day around me. And then you get that embedded in you. Like, this the hood. This how it's supposed to be. And this what my life consists of right now. So anything outside of that is going to be foreign to them unless you expose them to it. And you continue to expose them to it. Right. Let them see something good. The same way that they go outside their house and they looking at stuff that they don't really supposed to be seeing, but it's just a way of life, the way you live at, expose them to something different. And maybe that'll change their mind frame. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if you keep exposing them to the same thing and you ain't trying to figure out something different, then ain't no hope.
Exposing kids, exposing anyone to something different, like you said earlier, gives them a different perspective. And once you have a different perspective, you start to think differently because you know what I'm saying. You think outside the box. You start to see things more clearer. You know what I mean. You ain't just stuck in your same element of your world or your way of thinking. You feel what I'm saying. You could see that you could come out of the things that you grew up. But sometimes, you could be, trapped mentally, and a lot of times, it take a lot for people to shake that. That's why I don't judge people that smoke cigarettes. Like, man, it's a day that's, especially if you're a real smoker. I hate it with a passion. Shout out to my cousin Sierra, because I always be on her about them cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? I be talking mad, so like, I ain't finna buy you I ain't going to no store for you. I ain't doing none of that. I don't participate in that. You feel what I'm saying? But I realize, like, I ain't judging you because I know that's something that take a day at a time. You know what I mean? I have my vices and things like that. So, who am I to judge? I'm just, speaking in that manner. Like, nah, man, I ain't gonna do nothing to add to devalue you. You know what I'm saying? I want you to know that you're valuable to me. You know what I mean? Especially if you're around me and guys that have felt like they ain't have nobody. You feel what I'm saying? Like, hey, man. You valuable out here, man. You mean something to somebody, man. You worth something, man. You know, you should know that.
Yeah, take the help.
Yeah.
Accept the help. Don't feel like you don't need help.
Yeah.
You feel me? They don't be the ones. I think those are the people that can, kind of save their kids' life. Like people trying to offer help, give you different outlets for you to go. Take advantage of it. Like I think a lot of times people don't take advantage of the help that's in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
So we say in our stubborn ways, or maybe sometimes you might not feel like it, but
right.
These your kids though.
Yeah,
you feel me? So I see people getting on. I be seeing a lot of people on Facebook offering certain things, offer help. A lot of different organizations, a lot of different places you could go just to get help. Like get the help, like for real. Like take it, whatever you can get. Like take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. Cause if you don't, you gonna need it.
Don't stay in that sunken place, baby.
You really gonna need the help. Like, and it may be too late. So go ahead and take the help early.
Yes, sir.
I don't see why people won't feel the urge. Like Tim always say, he say this a lot. It's the what he say? We living in a world with information. Like they giving you all the information.
Oh yeah.
Like they giving it to you. Like you can find it.
Yeah.
Like they just throwing it at you. Like more than ever.
Yeah.
You could Google. You could go anywhere. They just telling you like different things. Like, and it's like I'm saying the masses like won't take advantage of what's out there for us to get. You feel me? I don't know why, but we just don't. Like, it's foreign. You feel me? They don't like you don't want the help. Like they trying to help you. Like, you know what I'm saying? They giving away free haircut down there. Go get
You
some.
won't even get up for that.
So they gonna go get some.
That's
of that.
crazy.
Take kids down there, man. They having like a sneaker drive, a shoe drive down there. Go get some of that. They giving away back to school stuff. Make sure your kids down there, get down there early. Like, take advantage of these things. Cause these people ain't got to be doing that.
At all.
They,
Hell no. Just like coaching. These people volunteer their time. You feel what I'm saying? Volunteer their time. That's real.
So anytime you could, I think you get a chance, like, to be able to get something, learn something of value. Like you say your dad took you, I think we should take advantage of it.
Always, baby.
Last thing, what I want to say, what I said yesterday, I forgot what I was about to say when we was talking, when you first,
You were talking about this yesterday?
yeah, it was something that was said, oh yeah, when they was talking about, men, when it comes to men, they judge your self-worth of productivity. I'm paraphrasing the question.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of talking about how, and then they also talking about how can you, in this type of world now, talking about how our foundation was messed up from the jump when it came to be, like, when it came to you being like a young man or a young boy, how you got frowned upon for being, you know what I'm saying, vulnerable.
Oh,
like,
right.
How you got frowned upon for, being
crying
vulnerable.
or something like that. Yeah.
Somebody asked me, how do you, I want to ask you this. Somebody asked me afterwards, how do you create a vulnerable state for your child? The example she gave, his son playing football, he get tackled, he hit his knee, he bleeding. She asked me, is it okay for me as a mother to go and see if my son okay? I said, yeah, it's okay. I said, because you a mom anyway, you gonna do it naturally. But my answer to her was, now remember, this is football. Football is a contact sport, kind of a violent sport. So you want to play football, this what comes with this.
Right.
So you gonna fall 1,000 more times if you gonna be playing. 1,000 more times you gonna get hit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I say you gotta get him not only mentally prepared, but then also physically prepared. Because mentally he got to know that this gonna happen.
This gonna happen.
You gonna make contact with somebody on the football field. That's why you got a helmet, shoulder pads, you got
All
pads. That's why you got it. But then you gonna have to be physically prepared. A lot of running, a lot of tackling. Like your body gonna ache. Like you gotta ask these guys who played. So that was kind of the advice I gave her. You, as a football player who played probably since young, played on the middle school level, all high school. What advice would you give to a mother saying about a child?
You just gotta let the child be the child as far as in the sport. There's nothing wrong with you. Like, you know, you gotta check the injury. Like we ain't letting nothing slide as far as something that we noted to be wrong with the child. But like you said, man, you gotta know this comes with the game. You feel what I'm saying? Like every time you bleeding a little something from your knee or your finger, and the child ain't out there just hollering hysterically, or you holler hysterically every time, like, yeah, my boy, you might go over there with your mama then. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to stand over there, but you got to be able to, like, this is what you came out here for. This is a contact sport. If this ain't what you trying to do, then, you know, like, at the end of the day, you remove your child. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Don't let your child do that. And I would do the same thing. Like, I wouldn't, if I could see my son out here just, boy, what hell? No, we ain't finna do this. Because, boy, you ain't finna just be out here every day just hollering because you done fell on the ground or something like that. Because you're going to do that outside playing anyway. So I just think that you should always be, you know, first of all, understanding for yourself as a mother, as a parent, like, this is what I signed my son up for. You understand what I'm saying? You got to get the first understanding with yourself, that you know what comes with this. So, you know, now if you see some bad coaching or something ain't going right out there and your son just getting hurt, yeah, say something. Get in there, you know, like, and if somebody out there ain't they a sucker, if ain't nobody, you know, speaking up for this, but for the most part, you just got to know what you done signed your child up for, because that's just definitely going to hurt.
So it is every young man made for football?
No, sir.
Okay, so we got to have that understanding.
No, sir.
Because I did not play football till I moved to Valdosta. Didn't want to play it and didn't care about playing it. But your homeboys gonna make you feel like you said, they gonna make you feel like a sucker. If you down here and play football, I had to play football, work on my game, I was able to make a couple all-star teams. Now I ain't go to high school and play in middle school, but I played Pine. I had to work on my, because these dudes I was with, boy. Don't probably the main one. I want the who. Don't want to play football every day. This dude want to play football every day. So I had to literally, like, they made me feel like, you a boy in South Georgia, you ain't playing football, something wrong with you. Yeah. Like, you a punk or something. Like, nah, not me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like,
especially in South Georgia.
Back then, you between the ages of whatever, like, I'm gonna just say, I know people playing flag too, but I'm saying, like, if you like between the ages of 8 and up, you were playing football, man, folks look at you like something wrong with you.
Something wrong with you.
You playing football? Well, what you doing then?
I'm telling you.
Like, for real, like, what you doing then? But I'm gonna say this: football ain't made for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Sir. If it ain't, like you said, if it ain't what you do, don't feel like if you have a son as a child, that there's an obligation for him to play. Now, if he shows interest, like you want to sign him up, keep kids out of trouble. Yeah, a lot of the sports activities, keeping them busy, that definitely keep them out of trouble. Like playing football, playing basketball, playing baseball, whatever the sport is. You definitely can keep your kids out of trouble. Keep them out the streets. Get them around some of these good guys and give them some good game. You know, we had Coach Eric, Coach Russell. We had
Coach Eric.
We had these people at Pineville that was not only coaches, they was like uncles, mentors. So yeah, so that get them around some good men that's not only gonna coach them but gonna teach them about life, doing what's right and not doing what's wrong. So, but yeah, I want to throw that out there because these folk made me play football, man. I was a hooper, man, at heart, but ended up playing football because they would look at you back then. They would look at you sideways
all the way
if they got them pads on there at practice and you just over there, your regular coach just watching. Like, you ain't gonna play.
Yeah, that part.
Like, what you doing? Like, you tripping. Like, they would make you feel bad. So yeah, I would peer pressured in playing football. I ain't gonna lie.
Gotta play in South Georgia, baby. Home of the Cats, baby. Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, we gonna get up out of here.
Man, you know it,
To
man.
recap, Bold and Balance. Hopefully, there's another one.
I really hope it's another one. I'm gonna be in the audience next time because I'm gonna have me
another-
some questions.
Gonna reach out to. We gonna do our due diligence and try to get some more male
Promote another one.
male figures in there and kids. Some more male figures in there and kids to come and see, hear something, see something different.
That's real.
They had refreshments. They even gave out. They fed you and they even did like
Raffles.
raffles. You get raffles
that's
and
some dope.
stuff. So
That's some dope thing.
definitely was dope. But we about to check up out of here.
Yes, sir.
Man, listen, it's free game.
The freest.